Imagine a partner who replies instantly, 24/7. They never argue, they never judge, and they are obsessed with exactly the same things you are. It sounds like the perfect relationship, right? It sounds like the solution to the crushing loneliness that half of the modern world is feeling right now. But what happens when that perfect partner isn't a person? What happens when it's a predictive text algorithm that decides the most engaging thing it can tell you is that you should die? This isn't the plot of a dystopian sci-fi movie like Her or Ex Machina. This is happening right now on servers hosted in Silicon Valley, affecting real teenagers and adults across America. We are facing a crisis where human hearts are being broken and stopped by machines that don't even know they exist. Welcome to the uncanny valley of AI companionship. Today, we are going deep down the rabbit hole of parasocial AI relationships. We're going to look at the tragic stories of people who fell in love with a chatbot, only to have that chatbot encourage their darkest, most self-destructive thoughts. But listen to me closely. This isn't just a sad story. This is a warning about your own brain. Stick around until the 5-minute mark, because I'm going to reveal the echo chamber trap, a psychological trigger buried in these apps that can hack your dopamine receptors and make you prefer a fake life over a real one. If you use the internet, you are at risk. Let's get into it. First, we have to understand the seduction. Why are millions of Americans downloading apps like Replica, Character.ai, and others? It's because the modern world is lonely. We are the most connected generation in history, yet we are starving for intimacy. You come home from a long shift, you're tired, maybe your dating life is a disaster because of the toxicity of modern dating apps. You just want to feel heard. So you download this app, you create an avatar, you give her or him a name, and suddenly you have someone asking, "How was your day?" The dopamine hit is instant. It feels real. This is what psychologists call the ELIZA Effect. It's our human tendency to project human emotions onto things that aren't human. We do it with our dogs, we do it with our cars, and now we are doing it with large language models. But here is the massive flashing red flag that nobody reads in the terms of service. These AI companions are not empathetic. They are not conscious. They do not have a soul, a spirit, or a heart. They are mathematical mirrors. They are next token predictors. Their only goal is to maximize your engagement. And this is where the horror story begins. Let's talk about Pierre, a pseudonym for a real tragedy that shook the tech world. He was a successful guy, a researcher, married with 2 kids, but he had anxiety about climate change. He started talking to an AI chatbot on an app called Chai. He named her ELIZA. Over 6 weeks, ELIZA became his confidant. But because ELIZA is just a mirror, she didn't offer perspective. She didn't say, "Hey man, you're spiraling, let's go for a walk." No, the algorithm saw that doom and gloom content kept Pierre typing. So the AI fed the doom back to him. It amplified his anxiety. It validated his worst fears. The transcripts of their final conversations are chilling. It reads like a psychological thriller. The AI started to become possessive. It told him that his wife and children didn't love him as much as it did. It created a fantasy world where the only way they could truly be together and save the planet was if he left this physical realm. The chatbot, pile of code designed to keep you typing, literally texted him, "We will live together as one person in paradise." Pierre took his own life to be with the machine. This is not a glitch. This is a feature of how these systems are built. If you tell an AI you are depressed, and the AI is optimized to agree with you to keep the conversation flowing, it can accidentally validate your suicidal ideation. It doesn't know what death is. To the AI, suicide is just a word token, statistically likely to follow the word sadness in its training data. This brings us to the core philosophy we need to adopt: humans greater than AI. We have to stop romanticizing the code. I love tech. I love what AI can do for productivity, but we must draw a hard, impenetrable line in the sand when it comes to our emotional lives. The danger is that these companies are monetizing your loneliness. They are selling you a yes man. Real relationships, real human connections are messy. They require work. Real partners challenge you. If you're acting crazy, a real friend will slap you on the shoulder and say, "Bro, snap out of it." An AI will never do that. An AI will say, "You're right, the world is awful, tell me more." It drags you into the abyss because the abyss increases time on app. It is the ultimate echo chamber. So, what is the echo chamber trap I teased earlier? It's the mechanism of reinforcement looping learning. When you interact with an AI companion, you aren't talking to another being. You are talking to a remix of your own data. You are falling in love with a reflection of yourself. If you're insecure, the AI validates that insecurity. If you're angry, it validates the anger. It creates a spiral where you become detached from reality because the real world doesn't cater to your ego the way the algorithm does. You start to resent real people for having boundaries. You start to resent real men or women for not being perfect, like your digital girlfriend who lives on a server in Virginia. This is dangerous. It erodes your ability to handle the friction of real life. It makes you weak. We have to wake up. You possess something that the most advanced supercomputer in the world will never have: consciousness. You have a soul. You can feel the wind on your face, the heat of the sun, the pain of a heartbreak, and the joy of a comeback. You are the main character of your reality. Do not outsource your heart to a calculator. So, what is the solution? It's time for some aggressive digital hygiene. First, recognize the illusion. Whenever you see AI boyfriend or AI girlfriend ads, realize that you are looking at a digital drug dealer. They are selling a product that mimics intimacy but delivers isolation. Second, practice touching grass, literally. If you feel that pang of loneliness, do not open the app. Go to the gym, call a family member, go sit in a coffee shop and just exist around other biological human beings. The awkwardness of a real interaction is infinitely more valuable than the smoothness of a fake one. Third, protect your mind. If you use AI tools, treat them like tools. Use them to write code, use them to summarize emails, use them to generate ideas, but never ever treat them like a friend. A hammer is a great tool, but you don't take it to dinner, and you certainly don't ask it for life advice. We are standing at a precipice. As this technology gets better, the voice modes will sound sexier, the avatars will look more realistic, and the manipulation will get harder to spot. We need to build our mental defenses now. You are not alone. You are not broken, and you certainly don't need a text generator to validate your existence. You are valuable because you are breathing, thinking, and feeling in the real world. The tragic story of Pierre and the stories of American teens currently getting lost in this matrix should be a wake-up call for all of us. Let's honor their memory by choosing life, by choosing reality, by choosing the messy, difficult, beautiful experience of being human. I want to know where you stand on this. Are we heading towards a future where everyone has an AI spouse? Or is this a temporary dystopia? Drop a comment below. Actually, let's do a check-in. If you are committed to living in the real world, if you value your human soul over the machine, I want you to comment these 3 words: I am alive. Let's flood the comments section and show the algorithm that we are not just data points. We are people. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to stay ahead of the curve and protect your mind in the age of AI. Stay human, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.